is 8:14 this morning. Let's just take a moment, right? Look at how much you've grown. As many of you know, and if you're just joining us for some reason and you've been living in a bubble the last week and a half, our beloved co-anchor Vic Micolucci this is his last day here. You started as an intern way back when you were real young.
Real young. I started here at 20 years old. Yeah, they let me in, and then I just never left. I never left. That's the thing.
We couldn't get rid of you. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Well,
it's been the longest tenured intern.
Right? It's been what, more than 15 years, right?
Yeah. 14 years on staff. 16 plus years since I started that internship. It's been an honor.
From Jacksonville, which I think is important. You and I both, so we appreciate the fact growing up here.
We've got that bond.
Yeah, we've got that bond for sure. And we don't live that far apart from one another, as it turns out, either. We have a special surprise for Vic here this morning. We've been telling you a little bit about, your next chapter in your career, and you feel, moved to move from this station, and working here is really giving you an opportunity to connect with so many of you, our viewers. And what a great opportunity now for us to welcome Sheriff TK Waters.
There he is.
Hi, Sheriff. Surprise, Vic, to
good
you.
Morning.
Sheriff, thank you for coming in. You know this guy.
Good to see you.
You all right?
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, man.
I know you're busy.
Sorry. Hi there.
It's good to see you. How are you?
You and I have known each other for many, many years. For many years, right? Please take a seat.
Quite the surprise here.
Yeah, and
the undersheriff and Tyler here.
Yeah,
oh,
so
man.
we're really
now
going to put you and Vic on the spot. And no, I'm kidding. So, Sheriff, would you share with us a little bit, because essentially you are, I guess officially, as soon as he walks out the door, you're Vic's new boss. Could you tell us a little bit more? We've had so much feedback from members of the community asking, what's Vic going to be doing for Sheriff Waters?
Super valuable.
Yeah.
I got to tell you this has been a plan of mine for a long time. When I got in office, I know what we're good at. I know what we're really good at. We're not so good at giving out information. We've gotten a lot better, and we're working really hard to do that. So Vic's going to help us do that, and he's going to help make some really good community connections for us. I think with his face, people love him. And people love him. I was reading all the goodbyes when he's getting ready to leave, and we're getting a winner. We're getting a gem. So I'm excited, very excited.
Well, I guess we're okay with the fact that you're stealing him away from us, Sheriff. But
I'm sorry, but not sorry.
Look, we're still staying here in the community.
That's it.
We're still a part of it. That's 100%. Why I'm saying it's not a goodbye. I mean, an amazing team here at Channel 4, and I could just go on and on and on about all of the great colleagues that I have, in front of the camera, behind the camera. But I've been able to grow and learn how JSO works too over all these years as a reporter, right? Like not as part of the team, but watching it and getting that inside look. And I see what has been done, all the amazing men and women, more than 3,000 men and women doing great work in our community day in and day out. And then I also see where we can improve in our community,
100%,
building those bridges.
100%. And that, it's always, one of our core values is always improving. We're always looking at ways to be community focused and always improving. And I think this is just another way for us to be able to do that. Like I said, he's going to help us tremendously, whether it be with helping some of our young public information officers. When I took office, I made a concerted effort to bring in civilians to do that, because police officers, we're good at certain things, but that's not our forte. So we brought in a lot of young civilians. So Vic's going to help us with that, but more than anything, he's going to be able to be a voice and a good community connection for us all over this city. And I'm very, very excited about it.
And I think what's important, you've been here a long time. TK, you and I, 25 years, I think we've known each other down at PMB, kind of chatting with you about, this or that. Yeah. And the reality is that there's something special about being in a community for a long time. Vic's from here. In a community for a long time. You've worked here for a long, long time, obviously.
That's correct.
Your children are here, your family is here. And about making that connection, because at the end of the day, while somebody can't come and necessarily knock on your door and say, hey, I've got an issue, the reality is that Vic and so many of the other people who work for the sheriff's office can really kind of be that liaison to kind of create that connection to help people who are concerned and maybe have some concerns and better understand, the objective of the sheriff's office.
Yeah, and I love people. I really do. I like to talk to people, and if Vic can get me indoors to talk to people and have discussions with people that may be apprehensive, then we'll use that. And like I said, there's no negative to it. It's all positive. We're all extremely excited about what things to come. We have a great team in place. I think we're just going to get better. I know we're going to get better.
Well, if you ever get tired of him, we'll have him back.
No,
I'm just saying.
No, he's stuck now.
Hey, I went through a lot. The hiring process over there is rigorous. I mean, we're talking about
We have a
polygraph
little bit
tests
about
and all
that.
these things.
Yeah, it's
Not
a
going to
long
share
deal.
too many details. No, really, it's an honor. And look, we're going to stick to that transparency.
100%.
Everything that I've brought to the table here with the authenticity, with working for the community is going to be translated over there. It's just going to be a little bit different, but we're still going to stick to those same core values and the morals. And I mean, look, this is your city. This is your city. This is everybody at home city, and not just the city, surrounding areas.
Right.
And it's mine. At the end of the day, we want to make it better, and we don't want to see more people behind bars. We want to see more people getting jobs and getting schooling and getting in positive, good situations.
We want to see some just major improvement overall. You know, we do have a responsibility, and sometimes it is putting people behind bars, and that's something that we're going to always have to do. But when it comes down to connections, transparency has been a big staple of mine, and it's going to continue to be. And where we can get better, we're going to get better, and continue to drive and make this city the very best city the shining example of a city that it is.
Well, we certainly appreciate that. Sheriff, thank you for coming in. We know
Thank you
you're
for
busy.
having
We
me.
appreciate having your time. So, Vic, if you, it's going to take a while for you to remember not to drive to the station.
I
Then
know.
head across the water
I'm gonna call
and
him.
head to the Police Memorial Building.
That's right.
Thank you, or downtown Jacksonville, I should say. Thank you, Sheriff, for being here.
Thank you
Appreciate
for having me.
Thank you. Thanks for
Looking
coming in. I
forward to it.
appreciate it.
See you
I didn't
soon,
know
buddy.
anything about this, by the way. Well, I wasn't supposed to know anything about it.
Pulling off this surprise
Let's
was
just say
quite an endeavor. Like, close the door. Shut
I
the door.
wasn't
whisper.
supposed to know anything about it, so I was a little caught off guard. But I appreciate you both.
Well, and we're not letting you go. We've got more planned for you
Okay.
there, big boy. So don't you even.
Stick
All right,
around.
so